Hey, what's up YouTube, and thank you for joining me again. This is my 100 subscriber special, and first off, I would like to start off by thanking everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I am so grateful, and you guys are the ones that have gotten me here, and I can't wait to see where this channel goes in the future. On that note, I would also like to give a shout out to some channels that are some of my dear friends, and I'll put in the description a description of what their channel does. So that would be Titanium Storm, Exodia Gaming, SirAwesomness, and Kight Gamer. So right here is my tomato clownfish. This fish has been with me from the start of this tank. He was actually the first fish that I got. And he is there in his anemone, which is just a bubble tip anemone. It is not a rose bubble tip. It's just a bubble tip, but it still has the kind of the coloration of a rose bubble tip. You can see the tips on the anemone now. They're starting to bubble up, and it looks really gorgeous. There's just a close-up shot of the anemone. I originally had a long tentacle anemone that was being hosted by the tomato clownfish, but sadly the long tentacle anemone died. And so here is my coral beauty angel, which was the second fish that I got in here. You might see some white spots on his back, but those are just some bubbles that were sticking to him. And here is my yellow tang, which is a new fish that I got for this aquarium. And he is doing well. I just feed him seaweed as a supplement to the brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, and krill diet that I give all the fish. And here is my Milan Wrasse. This fish is like a 6-line wrasse on steroids. I absolutely love this fish. He is my most recent fish that I got in here. This fish has blues, reds, oranges, yellows, and greens, which you can see here. And he also has 2 false eye spots, which you can see towards the back section of his body. This fish sleeps in the sand bed at night. And if you just turn the lights off just for a second to see what's happening, he'll go down into the sand bed and swim away really fast. And then he won't wake up for the rest of the night. So I learned I cannot turn the light off under any circumstance if I want to see this fish anymore for the rest of that night. I got him from my LFS, and everything is working out good. And now on to the coral in my fish tank. So if you remember from the last video, this rock was covered in pom-pom pulsing xenia, but sadly all the xenia has died. But I will be getting some more xenia to fill its place. Likely this time it will be a different species. And here is my green star rock. It is in the sand bed to prevent it spreading onto the display rocks. It has a lighter neon green star polyps here, and then a duller color. I prefer the neon, but it got outcompeted and stuck up on this little ledge, and it can't spread anymore. And I also have some more of the duller color up here, and it is loving being close to the new lighting system, which you will see the new LED system that I put on the tank that I did a review on a while ago. Here's my Zoanthid Colony. I was in the tank earlier today, so they aren't currently all out and open, but some of them have opened up, and they're growing onto the rock, which is amazing. And down here is a frag that I got from my LFS for free. It is a large polyp stony coral, and this coral has its ups and downs. Some days it'll be doing good and some days bad. Back there you could see a zebra snail and 2 Astrea snails, and that's what I use as my cleanup crew. And those are 2 views on my Duncan and my Euphyllia hammer coral. So this is a better view of the hammer coral. And here's the Duncan. This tank has 3 viewing angles since it is a peninsula style tank. And the Duncan has about 5 heads that are splitting off of it right now. So that was the front view of the tank, and now here is the complete opposite view of the tank from when we first started. here is a mystery crab that I got from my LFS. It's not called a mystery crab, but they were not sure what kind of hermit crab it is. And now onto the lighting system. So you can see the heat sinks on top, keep it nice and cool. If you look at the LEDs on the outside, it's white, and then it goes to blue, and then purple, and then red, and then it alternates that with pairs of 2 down the center. And the light is touch sensitive, and if you tap it once, it doesn't require any pressure at all. The light will go to blue, and then if you tap it one more time, it goes off. And this is the night mode of my reef tank. I have this red light on. It does not reach the left side of the tank, but the right side you can see pretty well, but it doesn't seem to disturb the animal cycles. And this has been the section on my reef tank. Alright, peace out, YouTube. Okay, and so now onto my ants. This colony, this is my Camponotus colony, and they have a new formicarium. So this is a acrylic formicarium. I have grout in the bottom, and grout or concrete, whichever one you'd like. I believe it actually is concrete. And then on the barrier, I have baby powder, which prevents the ants from getting out. And you can see I stuck their old nest to the back wall. And I have an aquarium plant in here. I have some sticks, a rock, acorns, their water dish, and their honey dish. And that is what the outside of the formicarium looks like. And if I turn it around, you will see it here in a second. And on the back, you see these holes poked in there. I use that for watering the nest from the back. I poked those holes in there when I made it. And it is not attached directly to the acrylic. It is attached to a pane of glass, which is attached to the acrylic, in case I ever need to just pop it off the glass to clean it out for something. So you go, if I turn it around, and here are the ants. So there is the queen right there. And the queen has been laying a lot of eggs. I counted the colony today, and I had about 95 workers, which is a big jump from when I started with 45 when I got this colony. So everything's going well with them. You can see some workers in there. And you can see some of the cocoons that they have. And there's their big larval ant egg pile, I guess. They have a mass of everything in there. I don't really know what they're doing. It's just piled on top of each other. And there's the back view. And now onto my big-headed ants. And these are the 2 ants that I feature in my 100 subscriber special, because the other ants really haven't had anything changed. I want to show you guys them because I put a concrete formicarium in here, and it just has a hole in one side and a piece of plastic on the top, clear plastic, and I put a piece of black construction paper on the top to give them some shade. And I'll zoom in here so you can see the queen and all the eggs in the workers, which was not apparent in the last video because they were inside the test tube and I did not have that good of an angle, and the camera was also not focused. So this is a lot better shot at them. You can see inside the nest, and you can see the major workers down near the bottom. It has 2 chambers, and they blocked the front of the nest with cotton and sand, like a mixture of it, and it's just a little small hole on the very top where they get in and out. So this was the ant part of my video. And now just a pretty cool RC montage.